Welcome everybody back to the Tribeman podcast. This will be our fourth episode. We have some estrogen on the show for the first time. I know the ladies are happy to hear that. It was a request. So I have someone, obviously everyone that comes onto the show is someone that I admire. I admire this person for two reasons. One, because she reminds me of my Aunt Colleen. Shout out Aunt Colleen. And two, I admire because other women revere her. So it's like when she walks into a room full of women, they look and like in a respectful manner, people respect her the way she lives. She's a life coach. She's a mother of three. If any of that's wrong, she's going to tell us in the interview right now. But with that, I got Ashley Sholtes.
Yep.
Hey. I always forget to hit that button.
Bonus.
So the first question is, what's your full name?
Ashley Sholtes.
What's your middle name?
Elizabeth.
All right. That's my mom's middle name.
There you go.
And my grandmother's first name. Where are you from?
I'm from Delaware. Been
Delaware.
down here like 19 years almost.
What part of Delaware?
Wilmington. North.
All right. So how I usually describe this question is, if an alien came down from outer space and you had to describe your hometown, how would you do so?
So small.
Small.
So small. Everything's close to you. It takes 2 hours to drive through the whole state.
All right, so like, what would you grow up doing? Like, what was your neighborhood game, or would you play?
No, there was like suburbs. There was no like playing outside.
No ding dong
thing.
ditch, nothing like that.
No.
Damn.
I mean, you know.
All right. What's your occupation?
My occupation is a life coach.
Okay, what's that?
I started a business last year. What makes life coaching different from therapy is therapy is wonderful, goes a lot into your childhood to find out why our patterns are the way they are. Life coaching is more so how is this relevant right now, like real-time results. I want to stop seeking validation. I want to look at my debt and get better at that. I want to be more involved and more present, and how can we do exercises and make goals to make those changes, real-time results.
So if someone has a life event, say a divorce or something like that, and they're dwelling on the divorce and they're just sitting down the thing, it's like, all right, well, sitting there, instead of dwelling on the divorce, I'm going to life coach you. Like, what are practical things and steps we can do to better your life so that
you
lead
can
a
get
better
through
life?
that instead of staying stuck. When you feel stuck, you need to get up, do something. That's why my business name is all about action, because that's just what it comes down to. You want to make the change, you got to do it.
I mean, it's definitely needed too, because I mean, people hear therapy, they don't want to sit down and spill their feelings, but if they give us a life coach to do, little mic adjustment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. Just work it. It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Ain't the first Deb when you work with, I'm sure. Why do you do what you do?
Why do I do what I do is because I love helping people become their full potential. So I'm a good listener. I'm non-judgmental. I've seen and been through a lot of stuff. All of us do what we do for a reason. So I think coming from that empathetic place and you can tell me anything and my face will stay like this, non-judgmental, is a good thing. And just watching them change and flourish into who they're supposed to be. Sometimes we just need motivation, and definitely with life coaching, it comes to accountability.
Is there an example, obviously nobody's name, but you could say a construction worker was having trouble with this. I set them up with the X, Y, and Z, and this was the result today. Could you give us one of those situations so far within your program?
So I work with someone who owns a gym, and each month we meet and we make business goals for him, or marketing ideas and things that he wants to work on, and it also helps in his personal life too. Same thing with a financial advisor. I was able to put him into contact with another financial advisor that I've worked with on a personal basis up in Delaware, and he's from Delaware too, so it was good to make that connection. Also, people who just want to increase. One of the guys I worked with said, my credit score has increased drastically from working with you, and just a lot of people having more clarity on what they want their next step to be. But they're the ones doing the work, and just having the accountability makes a difference.
All right. So I'm going to wrap myself out. I actually went through Ashley's life coaching program, and then I metaphor, I don't know if this is, you understand, but the way it was for me, it was it taught me, because I'm a single guy, I'm 36 years old. I'm not calling mommy for advice no more. But it also taught me what a good life partner could be like. To keep you if one person's out there and and my mind's busy, I'm out networking with people all the time to keep me on track. You know what I mean? It did reel me back in, and you said non-judgmental. It made it seem like it wasn't critical. You weren't critical. You know what I mean? It's it did. It's oh shit. It's annoying. Hearing any woman tell you what the fuck to do and rag you about it, but the way you ragged wasn't. It was a light rag.
It's a support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, no, it did make me. It taught me things. You know what I mean about that
Life.
for sure. Life, and then also kind of what to look for. You know what I mean, and not just partner. I mean, business partner, relationship partner. Friend.
All the stuff.
For sure.
They're here to build you up.
And you're very good at suggesting things to do with children on the weekends too. So you are a mother of three, like we said. Did I get the number right?
Yes.
All right. So tell me about them.
All right, I got Addie. She's 8. AJ's 5, and Ace is 2.
Ace.
Ace.
Hell yeah.
So when Addie first came around, even when she was a baby, the biggest lesson she taught me was how to ask for help. So I'm down here, I don't have any family, and like you can't raise a kid, you just need family help. And that was the biggest lesson she ever taught me before she could even speak. AJ is my wild child, and he taught me that I'm a good mom even when I think I'm not, because like reeling that kid in is wild. And then Ace taught me, he came around, and I was going through a really tough time in my life, and he just gave me the ability to push forward no matter what. Even if I want to stay locked in my bedroom crying on my bed, like how do I get out of bed and like face life today? Him waking up from his nap crying forced me to like, okay, one foot in front of the other. Like,
I told you that you couldn't lay in bed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You had to keep your face in front of you. I also can relate to that.
Yeah.
For sure. So there, you said 8,
5 and 2.
5 and 2. Dang, that's good distance.
Good distance. It's
You know what I mean?
wild.
And it's good to think of the oldest a sister. Older brothers kind of push you into doing bad stuff. Older sisters usually protect you, so that's good. You get the oldest one, the girl. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So what is? I'm gonna flip the. What's the hardest part of being a parent?
The hardest part about being a parent is, it is just really challenging. First going through the loss of independence, right? Like it's not just what I want to do when I want to do it. It's I don't know. I work for them now, right? And you love them unconditionally, so it's easy to do in that way. But like
initially,
it's such a
it
shock
flips
to the
like
core.
when you don't have them, you're like, what the fuck am I gonna do this weekend? You know what I mean? Because when you don't have, or initially,
Was it a shock to your core when you had Molly?
Initially, until I realized she got to the age where I could start bringing her out. Like once because her mom breastfed, so like once that was broken, then now we can get a golf cart. You know what I mean? Like we can go anywhere. There's no time. You know what I mean? Like I could.
Yes.
But yeah, it was kind of because I'm stir crazy as it is. So it wasn't like I didn't want to hang out with her. It's like I couldn't hang out with her just in
the ability
in the house, just sitting there. You know what I mean? Like I can only do toys so much. Let's go do something. Let's go ride the cart. Let's go take a bike ride. You know what I mean?
I get it.
But yeah, good. So good.
The hardest part about that. So loss of independence initially, and now it's just I know I'm going to say something that, like, when they're 30 and in therapy, they're going to be like, Mom said, or Mom did. Just that emotional, like, am I doing the right thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And questioning.
That is that's my biggest thing is, like, am I doing, you know what I mean? But I do put my all into it, though. And just the fact that I think that so much, and the fact that you think it so much, I think you're doing a good job.
Yeah, because you're aware of it. You care.
Yes. And I analyze every little interaction that I have. Maybe a little bit too much.
It's exhausting.
But then I also call people like you and my aunt, you know what I mean? Like, hey, this is what happened, you know? Like, this is kind of, it's not a dry snitch, it's a full-on snitch, but wow. She stole.
Yeah.
Right? She stole. We were at the ice cream shop, and she wanted to get ice cream, right? And I'm talking, because I talk to everybody. I'm talking to the guy. So, I take her on the scooter, right? So she gets in front of me on the scooter and puts her hands on my hands, and she has a helmet on her head. So she wanted this little thing, and I'm like, no, you can't get it. Put it back. So we're riding home after getting ice cream, eating all the ice cream. I'm riding home. I look down at her helmet, and I see something. What the heck's that? I pull over, take the helmet off. She put the toy in her helmet. Yeah. And I called my sister, called my aunt. It was conflicting, so then I called a third person, and they told me what to do. You know what I mean? So we donated the toy to, a less fortunate kid. You know what I mean? But she was pissed at me before. I'm like, yeah. So, what's the best part about being a parent?
The best part about being a parent is they just bring so much joy to your life. Like every day's new, seeing them happy. The best part is they also challenge me to grow as a person. They love me unconditionally. They think I'm like the best thing in the entire world. Yeah. Like walking into the house and having them scream "mommy" and run at you. Yeah. It's just amazing just watching them grow. And do
you feel like they unlocked a different they have door number 1, door number 2. Like they unlock another little cabinet of happiness that wasn't there before. You know what I mean? Like it's not there unless you have that.
Right.
Like I feel like grandparents is a special happiness and joy grandparents bring to your heart, and I feel like I think kids even bigger, but you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be there if you didn't.
Like, do you think you really knew what love was till you had kids?
No, and I wasn't a dog growing up. You know what I mean? I wasn't. I always had a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Maybe college was a little wild for me, but everybody was wild in college. But it makes me mad at myself, and even the guys that I was hanging around with, they didn't know how I treated women because I have a daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's and then after having a kid, after she was age 2, when she started to be a little more independent, how to treat a woman. I'm learning. It's weird. I'm learning through a little girl, but girls are different, you know what I mean? I'm actually learning it in real time, you know what I mean? I'm saying, oh, this is why, and it's just,
wild to watch.
Yes, so it's changed me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely,
Good.
For sure. What is a good parent?
That's a loaded question. A good parent is to be able to say on a daily basis, did I try my best today? Because that can vary, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like some days I'm at my highest high, or some days I'm at my lowest low. But did I give my best, whatever that might have looked like?
And there's days you say no, right?
There are times I say no, and then you try to reevaluate, pivot, or know why I did that. But if I'm at 20%, did I do the best that I could with my 20%?
All right, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Because I think that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I am very much like kid-centered. Let them speak, tell me what's going on, why they're feeling that way, instead of me just coming at them. And because then soon they're just going to shut down. They're going to do it again. They're going to do it behind my back. And I'm more like, even when I taught fourth grade, it was like, let's talk about it to figure out why you're doing that.
She had experience too. See, like I'm learning to be a good listener through her. Because like kids shut down. You know what I mean? Because like it's not like I don't want to listen to her. I just want to get to the solution quick.
Yeah.
Which is another problem with guys and females. You know what I mean? Like
the difference.
Yeah, they want us to listen. We just want to fix the problem.
Yeah.
Which I'm learning also. You know what I mean? Through her.
Yes.
But I realize that when I try to not rush, but like motivate her to get faster, she just shuts down. That I never get the answer.
Right.
So I have to and then. Someone told me, like, how many times is your kid talking to your back? Like, you're washing dishes and they're asking you something, and you're talking,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I try to face
So
and get on her level every time and meet her in the eye when she wants to talk to me. And then she'll let me know, like, Dad, I want to talk. Dad, can I talk to you? And I know, that's the time to sit down and talk. You know what I mean?
What do you think the best part about, or the?
Being a parent?
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine not what my life would. I wouldn't be, your iPhone. It'd be like having an iPhone that only went to 65% battery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
potential.
Yeah, like it's another level of life. I feel like you know what I mean. And I wish it for anybody who feels like they would be a good parent. And some people just aren't meant to be with kids. You know what I mean? But anyone who's on the borderline or it's definitely
I think too some of the hardest parts of being a parent is like I heard this analogy that we're all juggling balls, right?
Yeah.
All the time.
Pause.
And you just have to keep the glass balls in the air. Let the plastic ones fall. Right? And you have to be able to prioritize what matters today. What do I need to get done? Which child needs more attention right now?
She only got one, so I'm only going to worry about that. Yeah.
But there's responsibilities to make it happen, to keep it all moving.
Yeah, for sure.
In life.
I feel like, we're going to get in this later, but you're a single parent, so you have 3 kids being a single parent, so it makes it harder for you to have one-on-one time with individuals. You know what I mean? You have family, and family down here too, but it makes that a little bit harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not harder, but more difficult, or get more creative.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Like every night before bed, each kid gets their own one-on-one cuddle time. That's important to me. We'll do stories, and they go in their rooms, and then I lay with one kid, have our cuddle time. And even with their dad, we have a pretty good co-parenting situation. So it's like, hey, can I go borrow Addie and take her here for the day? Where we can do that.
That's
yeah.
Very cool.
You need that.
Life coaching also helped me with that kind of stuff, like little ideas. Because I'm a single dad as a dude. You know what I mean? How to parent a little girl too. It's also helped. But we're gonna move on to the next question. All right, this is this is one of my favorite questions I've ever put on a piece of paper. Would you rather be able to see 10 years into the future, or 150 years into the past?
I am not going back to the 1800 or 1900s.
I'm saying see it.
See it?
Yeah, so you can see 150 years in the past, or you can see 10 years into the future.
But I would not be participating in
No, like you're sitting in this room, I can open up, put on TV, like this is what happened for 150 years, or this is what's going to happen for the next 10 years. What would you rather see?
Probably the next 10 years still.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, tell me why, because I got the opposite. I want to tell you why.
All right, so why I would want to see in the future, just to see how full life is going to be, that all this is for a purpose and for a reason, that we get through it. I don't think things 150 years ago for women particularly were great, and I have no desire to go
Okay,
back
all right. I'm gonna make you think about it a different way.
Okay.
So I feel like if I knew what was gonna happen in 10 years, if I just kept doing what I was doing, I'd sell myself short, right?
Yeah.
And I would sell myself short of the surprise of, oh shit, it all worked out, right?
Okay.
Now I understand people don't like that,
it.
like the surprises like that, but if I could see 150 years in the past, I wouldn't think about who really invented this, who shot who. I would want to see I would look at 150 years in the past to learn more about myself. What was my grandfather like growing up? What was my dad like growing up? What was my grandfather like, great-grandfather like growing up? Where did we come from? What were our people like?
Ancestry.
And then even people in my day, how did Ken's family grow up? How did Pete's family grow up? So I can understand people more. You know what I mean?
I get it.
And then
yes.
You know, you can see 10 years in the
How it
future
evolves.
and and make all the bets and win all the money, but I just feel like going 150 years in the pack, I collect more knowledge that I'd be better off.
So I like that because you're talking about it on a more personal level, not just like
Man, who's my grandmother's first crush?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, holding, I mean,
watching that.
yeah, like my other grandmother, Babe, she used to knock out dudes. Like her first fist fight against a dude, I like go back in I get to watch that. You know what I mean? Like
That makes sense.
that would
'cause we're
fire you
so-
up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my roots. You know what I mean? Like, I'd want to go see that.
But that makes so much sense because you're so like family oriented and family values.
I think they're awesome, and they got all that
Yes.
stories. You know what I mean? And everybody's got a
Yeah.
story, and people only tell you, you know, what they really want you to hear. You know what I mean? And sometimes people keep things secret that are cool as shit. You know what I mean? You know, you ever came that, but they're embarrassed about it. So, like, I'd really just want to take a look at it all. A non-judgmental look. Like, you know what I mean? I'd
Yeah.
understand everybody better.
I
And
like
then,
that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I'm glad that my head came right out this. All right. All right. So, we are both single parents in our 30s.
Yeah.
How's it been?
So I relate that to just knowing that it's going to be a shit show, right? If I know going out with the kids or just having to run the show when it's my time alone is just like, it's going to be a shit show. Like, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I go in with that expectation. I just took them away on a 5-day vacation by myself. And it was tough. Like, there was a lot of moments where I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm dead. I'm like lugging up this suitcase to the second story by myself. I'm loading the car once the kids are in bed. And like those tough moments or being like, wow, I wish there was someone here to like enjoy these memories with or see the change, you know?
Yeah.
And there's not someone there.
Yeah.
But then it's also like the amount of like empowerment, reward, memory. Like I just summarize that as they had fun, I survived, and memories were made. And that's just how I can summarize that.
Yeah.
But just know that it's going to be a shit show and be okay with that. Like,
Yeah.
embrace the crazy.
Yeah. And I also like being away with my kid. Like, if she's still getting to live her mother's dream childhood for her when
Yeah.
with that, and I get to do my crazy. There's no,
Yes.
you know what I mean? I do enjoy that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I get to see myself a lot in my kid
Yes.
that way. But,
So many women, like, that I talk to, some of them are like, but it is easier when their spouse or their husband or their dad isn't around, like, say they're out for the night. Because they're like, because then if this is going on with the kid and I look over and think the dad's going to do something and maybe he's just on his phone, totally oblivious, they're pissed. They're like, why isn't he doing that? Da-da-da-da. The scorecard comes out.
of course.
They're whatever. But when it's just you by yourself, you know it's on your shoulder and you're just going to do it done instead of, like, expect someone to help.
Or, like, the easiest, like, Dad, can I have a Kit Kat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She goes get the Kit Kat out of the fridge.
like,
No. And it's like, well, Dad said. And then Dad either, all right, listen to your mother, or Dad says, no, let her have a Kit Kat. Either way, you're going to let your kid down for not sticking up with what you said, or you're going to get in an argument. You know what I
So
mean?
that's the bonus of single parenting, I think.
Yeah,
You know?
that's one of them. Yeah, for
You
sure.
don't rely on someone else.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only negative of single parenting is the time that you don't have your kid. I think everything else is pretty cool.
1,000%.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I enjoy. And you got an 8-year-old, so in about a year or two, she'll be carrying up luggage with you.
Yeah.
Start taking her to the gym with you, get her biceps going. You know what I mean?
get
She
it
starts
going.
carrying luggage at 8. So as a single, mother in her
Yes.
30s, what's the worst pickup lines been on you so far?
I don't know. Probably something about your curves, something. I don't even know. It's just-
Yo, shorty. Because you have curves, they yell at you like that.
No, it's just, I think if men want to pick up women, you don't need to compliment their how they physically
Okay,
look.
this is part of the reason why I had this episode, so I can have this knowledge so that when I do, because I'm single too, holler at a girl, I get, and if they get upset, like, hey, listen, refer to life coach right here on this episode. Okay, though I can tell you the worst response to a pickup line that I ever gave.
Okay.
I just said, hey, how you doing? I'm Tom.
Right.
You know, you look like somebody I'd like to get to know.
Yeah.
And she just wrote back, no, period. Like, all right, bro. You know, I put away the DMs for like 2 months after that.
A client did tell me that it's better for women might feel bad, right? Just saying no or I'm not interested,
I'd rather
right?
hear that, yeah, than string along.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll say to me, I don't have time right now, or life is really crazy. And
Yeah.
he's like, that lets me know there's a door and I might be able to open it if I just
course.
hang out. Versus if you just say I'm not interested.
I'm not dating right now.
me.
Yeah, I'm not interested right now.
Tell me, I will leave you alone.
Yes.
I will respect that. Let me know instead of just like letting me know there might be a crumb later. And I was like, oh, there's a difference between men and women in that aspect. Women feel bad
Yeah.
to be like, I'm just
No,
not
you should say,
interested.
I'm
Yes.
seeing somebody, or I'm not really looking for anything right now.
Light bulb moment.
And I know there's a dickhead dudes that say, hey, we'll hold tight back, bitch. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, dude. It's again.
Right,
So you want
no.
to be upfront with it.
Yes.
Well, at least listen into our next question. All right, so the proper places to hit on a woman. So for a guy,
Okay.
So like the gym, right?
Yeah.
I've always had history. I've heard don't hit like they're there to work out. They're sweaty.
Yeah.
They're in gym clothes. This is what some girls tell me.
Yeah.
And other girls say they make eye contact with dudes at the gym, and they're waiting for them. Like, all right, we made eye contact. That means that I want you to come say hi to me.
Yeah.
How the hell am I supposed to know that? You know what I mean? So I just I got fed up with it because I used to go to Crunch Fitness, and that place is like an
Yes.
Instagram, fashion
Yeah.
show, like Gymshark all over the place.
Yeah.
So I just built a gym at my house. I was tired of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm working by myself now.
To try to figure that out.
Yeah, because then I go they was hit my deal like, why don't you say hi? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a dickhead. I just thought that was a place. So where are some proper places that in public to hit on a woman?
I think anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yes. Why not?
All right.
I mean, especially the gym. That I do think if women and men make eye contact, or you're near the similar machines, that is like they're waiting for you to maybe open the door.
No
or
ring,
just
no
introduce
tan line.
yourself.
First, you had to clear that out.
Yeah, you're the one who told me that.
Yeah,
Yes. Look at that.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Especially if you're at any vacation spot like Vegas, for sure we're looking for the tan line. You gotta wait till after Saturday till they go to the pool bar. They don't hit nothing till Saturday night. So proper way to hit on a woman. Like if a guy came up to you, like, what would be a respectful way?
Okay, so you don't need to compliment anything about their physical feature. They obviously know you're attracted to them, and they probably hear that often.
Yeah.
Right? So compliment a woman in a different way.
Okay,
Like
give me 3 examples.
3. Okay, just depends what scenario, to what level you know them. You know what I mean? So it could be like, I really see that you're really driven, or I see that you're really passionate about this. You compliment them.
I'm saying you don't know them from a hole in the wall, and the only thing you have to go on is physical.
Okay, so
Can I say a nice
at
smile?
the gym,
That's physical.
yeah, but that's nicer than rather like the physical part of their, or you're so attractive, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful,
Yeah.
or just
Yeah, very
objectifying
nice
them.
smile.
You don't have something more personal. Yeah, you don't have to objectify them. Or
I usually
like,
say I usually say nice smile. Your mom did good caring about your teeth.
yeah.
I say because my mom did. You know what I mean?
I think just introducing yourself to introduce yourself.
Okay.
And just
all right,
see
so
where the conversation
I'm the
goes.
baddie at the gym,
Okay.
hitting the tricep, and you're the dude.
Ugh.
Slide up. Yeah, I don't see you.
I'm not really good at this, Tom.
Okay,
I don't know.
Like what would get you? What would land you? Or would get you interested?
What would get me interested is probably to make me laugh.
Okay.
So, but everyone's humor is different, right?
See, this is the
So
problem.
it's
Like
hard.
to cold walk up on a girl is.
I would not wanna be a dude.
It's very hard. So then, like, it's like, but if you think a girl's cute, like, do you create a situation where you talk to her? Like, do you encounter her at the water? Like, yeah, but that's even corny to me too. It's a little creepy. Like, I'm not thirsty. I'm only gonna get. I got a water bottle in my locker. But I want to go over here just so I can do something. You know what I mean?
But
I
if
guess.
she's doing free weights, go around the free weights. If she's doing back, go on a similar back thing to it.
Yeah, I guess.
You know?
All right.
I mean, if they make eye contact with you and are in your proximity, I think that's them letting you know.
All right, ladies, in the comments of this post of this podcast, I want you to comment your opinion on this. Like proper places to hit on a woman, places not to hit on a woman, and a proper approach to hitting a woman.
And
So
maybe
please comment.
a fair way to also say, how is a man supposed to know? Because I would not want to be.
Yes, yeah.
I don't think that's fair. You guys have a very hard job. I am not knocking
I
it.
think we should come up with a thing right now. Like
Okay.
like if a guy and a girl, like everyone goes by this, we just say, I don't know, cucumber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, all right, come over and approach. You know what I mean? It's not a pickle yet, but we can make possibly, you got something going. We can turn this cucumber into Yeah, I'm saying.
I think just eye contact would be a dead giveaway.
Well, eye contact with like the mouth's got to stay still though, because like, you know what I mean? Like that's like nah. Or what the fuck you looking at? Like you're a stalker. You know what I mean? It's got you gotta classify what kind of eye contact it is.
Yes.
A wink? Do you hit on a wink?
No. For a dude or a woman. A
Well,
woman
no.
should not wink at a man.
No.
No.
Well, all right. What's the female wink then?
They look at you longer than just like a quick, they're walking by.
Okay.
And you should, know
Pick up on that.
Yeah, social.
See, this is another problem. We don't pick up on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now, all right, so we know now. But other women, if she's wrong or right, or we have any additional information, please comment it, because we need all the information we can get out here. What are the women looking for in a man?
Okay, so this could go 2 ways, physically or like
Just
obviously
in general,
once.
you know what I mean? Like, obviously, there has to be some physical. You have to think he's cute. Just assume
Yeah,
that
there's a basic
assume the
attraction.
physical attraction's there.
Okay.
Not a physical. I'm saying like what are they looking for?
So I think if I were to answer this question in my 20s versus my 30s, the answer would be very different. In my 30s, the answer is safety. Like I want to feel safe intimately, emotionally, mentally, physically. I want to feel safe.
No bullshit.
And I want to feel secure.
Yeah, no bullshit in or out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's that in my 30s. In my 20s, it was probably a lot lighter. Like, what am I looking for? Like, are they ambitious? Are they driven? Do they have good work ethic? Or do they listen? Do they care? Do they show up? Do they show interest?
Yeah.
You know, just like an interaction more
Yeah.
so. But like someone can't give you safety. You know
No.
what I mean? You can't have a good job for safety. It's beyond that.
For sure, but sometimes it takes a minute longer like, to learn to be a safe person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And sometimes
1000%.
a girl might need it before they learn, or it takes an event to make, you know,
Yes.
and equally. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I think obviously loyalty is the biggest thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then like, not that I'm not like some creep, but like, I don't need you to look at my phone, but like, all access to everything. I don't give a
Right,
fuck.
open door.
Yeah. And I want to be able to tell you, like, yo, not now. You know what I mean? Or like, be just an honest, open, not a mean or anything, but like, honest. Where I don't have to feel any type of way.
Yeah. To be
She
able to
passes
talk
gas
about
in the
it.
kitchen. She don't gotta feel embarrassed. Don't keep doing it, but you know what I mean. You let one go. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a relationship.
You want it all open.
Yeah. I don't want to feel any type of way about being myself. That's it.
Yeah. Everything's on the table.
Yes.
I hear you.
And you're an active participant. You know what I mean? Like family, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
At Thanksgiving, you're in there, whipping mashed potatoes, helping out. You
You're
don't
doing
gotta
the
make
thing.
you don't make the whole 5-course meal,
Yeah.
but make a side at least.
Yeah. Family oriented. Sure.
What makes a good woman?
Okay, so what makes a good woman, and I will share this from like working with a lot of male clients, from what I hear, is that they need to feel supported and desired beyond anything. So supported that like it takes a lot for a man and even women to get really vulnerable, right? So if he expresses himself to you or shares something that might feel vulnerable or not something he's just going to share with his boys, it's your job as a woman to show up, listen, support, not to make fun of, not to poke at, not to turn your back on, anything like that. And just be his number one cheerleader.
Because like most guys don't have, you are the one validation that they have, right? They're not getting enough from friends because guys'
Right.
relationships is we break balls. Their mother's not gonna do it because you're married now, and we don't get catcalled like girls out in the street.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to live in the neighborhood in Philadelphia, and I used to walk by this place called Woody's. It's a
Yes.
gay bar, and I used to walk
Yes.
by, and I used to get catcalled, and that was my
All the
validation.
time.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved it. You know, like, at least I knew I was looking good. You know what I mean? But again, as far as like, so if you're not getting that at home, or she's making you feel like you ain't, that's like. I also gotta feel like the woman's got 2 feet in too. You know what I mean? Like that you're here for me. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
So it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, compare something like that. It's gotta be,
Number one supporter.
I don't need to kiss my ass or anything like that, but yeah, don't be up my ass when I get home. Tell me I'm doing all right. Be appreciative, I guess.
What makes a good woman to you?
To me, what makes it good? I mean, it's just like you said, like being the nurturing side. You know what I mean? Because it's not, it's in me. All guys are sissies like that, but we don't feel comfortable. You feel comfortable with
putting
one
it out
person.
there.
Yeah, bring
Yeah,
that out as being that safe. You know what I mean? And like also like a girl is not gonna obviously you're gonna talk about your man to your girlfriends. You know what I mean? But like there's sacred stuff. You know what I mean? Like that, keeping that stuff. Just showing
Personal.
up, taking an active role in the house. You know what I mean? Don't clean just because he's coming home. Clean because you want to have a clean house.
Yeah.
And also both people, not just having a good woman, but someone who's actively trying to take care of themselves. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's trying to,
Better
they're doing
themselves.
things. Yeah, they're seeking new, avenues in life. They're working out. They're trying to eat healthy, or
Yeah,
trying to keep you accountable too. But in a compassionate way, not in a nagging way.
exactly. There's a
Yeah.
difference.
But yeah, the physical obviously it's got to be a little bit there. That's are you fun to hang out with? You know what I mean?
That's the initial part. Yeah.
Could you be a female version of one of my boys, pretty much?
Yeah.
Like
It's
just
fun.
yeah, fun for sure. Favorite feature on the opposite sex?
Physically,
Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna go by?
well, I just want to make sure.
That would be sexist to say we were different.
Back.
Back. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Love it. So many muscles in it.
It is a yeah.
It's just,
A good back, and like in a tank top, do with a back, you can stand out for everybody else. Everyone's got biceps.
yes.
Everyone's got traps if you work out a little bit, but a back can really set you apart.
Yeah. 1,000%.
You gotta hope
so
the girls are
many
walking.
bulging muscles.
You gotta hope the hot girls are walking behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit later. You know what I mean? I would say I like the back, 2 dimples in the small of the back of a girl, and I'm a leg man.
Yeah.
I like Carrie Underwood. I think her country music's trash, but I love her legs. So she's still a
I'm gonna
top
go look
country.
at her legs
Her
after
legs are
this.
they're the top shelf.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have
that's
to look at those.
that's the top shelf liquor there of legs is definitely Carrie Underwood. Most important chemistry ingredient for 2 people.
Can you have light banter? Like, can the conversation go, right? Can it not go too deep where you go left? But can you keep the banter, the lightness, the fun, the interaction going?
Yeah, like you have a kid together and like, damn, she got your mom's eyebrows and your mom has funky eyebrows. And like, yeah, she got your mom's fat ass and like, you not take that into next week.
Yeah, right. Personal jabs, no. But I think that chemistry can keep the, like, first dates are awkward, right? So like if you have that banter, that chemistry, that connection, you can just keep it going.
For sure, yeah.
It's fun.
But it's like dudes are funny because we have a hopelessness about us. They get bitched up by women. You know what I mean? Bill Burr talks about it. You know, so it's like if I like just situations are bad, or like you can make a life situation get throwable together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lighter.
Yes. So like that's a good answer. Ideals list for a guy. Like give me 5 things
that I want in a man.
Yeah. So I'll give you my 5 just so I'm gonna book loyalty. He has to have good teeth. She has to be like an active person, like not like a like a natural
Lazy.
like I want to spend my alone time in my bed. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. It's just not me. I'm a mover. We hang out, but we're never gonna hang out because I just don't stay still. Yeah. For like a family oriented person, you know what I mean? And she has to love her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my 5. Yeah. So what are your 5?
So I would also say loyal, secure, and that could be like stable, secure, emotionally secure, financially secure. It's kind of all in one thing. That gives me that safety.
Yeah.
Right. Very family oriented, and is ambitious. Just in life, just like a doer, like how you're saying, like just be able to, I'm not going to stay stuck where I'm at. I want to grow. I want to evolve, and like to want to grow together, I think makes a difference. And just because this is what stimulates me, I need good communication.
But can you take good, honest communication?
I can. I don't like being wrong.
Well, that's all women, though. But can you admit that you're wrong, though?
Can I admit that I'm wrong?
Yeah.
So it depends to what level. I will say this.
See, that's why can't you just say yes?
I can admit that I'm wrong, but it might take me a day to marinate on it to be able to admit it.
But why, though? I mean, I'm not saying, but why does it take that long?
Because I'm
we're right or wrong right away.
Yes.
Well, see, we'll take 10 L's in a row, but you gotta give us one win, dude. And you guys won't. And then the win's like always like, oh, you inflate the footballs. It's always like one of them bullshit ones. There's always a fucking like asterisk to it.
So my defect is I'm a perfectionist, right? So if I hurt you, if I did you wrong, if I completely effed up or like messed up on the job's probably easier for me to admit to, right? Because it's like that's the easiest way out of it. And that's with anything, right?
Yeah.
They say, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? Yes, I would rather be happy. Yes, I've grown a lot from admitting that I'm wrong.
You're happy being right. You're happy as being right.
But it might take me just a whole day, because I'm also stubborn, to be able to be like, I really messed up yesterday when I came at you for this. Or I shouldn't have taken it so hard. Or whatever. That's why I say it depends.
Does it take you a day because you just don't like, because you already know you're wrong, it takes you a day to admit that you're wrong? Or does it take you a day to see it from his perspective because you're still marinating from your perspective?
No, it takes me a day to actually admit it. I can
so
see
you know
the
you're
perspective.
wrong.
I can, yep.
So you killed him. It just takes you a day in the cell.
Yeah.
All right. As long as it's a day, I would hold you. If I was dating, I would hold you to that.
No, it might even take an hour, but maybe like it depends.
No, that's the max I give you is an A.
Okay, that's fine. I can handle that. That's a day.
Because where I get to put, like, I know you're wrong, you know you're wrong, your mom knows you're wrong, your sister knows you're wrong. Yeah, and it's like, you're still not saying you're wrong. Now it drives me. Now I'm gonna parade down the street.
Yes, which I completely get. That's why.
Like I'll make a scene in Target.
Situation.
Yeah, I'm serious. I will. It'll be out of love, but just to show you how ridiculous that you're being. Not admitting you're wrong. I'll get more ridiculous.
Their level.
Yeah. That's why I'm divorced. No, that's not why I'm divorced. Could be a reason. One of the reasons, maybe. All right. So, what do you wish you could tell your younger self?
My younger self.
What do you? Question. How do you really feel? What do you know now that you wish you could tell your younger self?
That you cannot change other people.
Yes. Okay.
So, yeah, totally.
You can't take people where they don't want to go. That's like what I've learned.
And it's not your job.
Yes. Yeah.
And people tell us who they are. It's our job to listen. I've learned that.
All right, now we're just quoting like the daily quote of the day.
Just saying. Sorry.
The most one I related to is when Tyler Perry said people are like the boosters on a rocket. You know what I mean? They fall off because they're not supposed to go that high with you.
Okay. When you're going with someone, their boosters fall off?
No, I'm saying you're the rocket, right? You're going off. And like there's people in your life, you know, like I worked at Ambrosia. I worked with a lot of people there. You know, I'm not saying, like, you know, my rocket they went different ways. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it used to bother me. We all couldn't do it together, right?
Right.
But sometimes you can't do it all together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just sometimes you
Going your different ways.
Yeah,
That's okay.
there's no reason to, do like this to a person in public when you see them, or you know what I mean. It's just hey man, how you been?
Yeah.
But with me, I'm possessive of people. I guess you would say, like, I want to keep everybody. When I love you, I love you.
Your tribe.
That was a corny plug. But what's your biggest character flaw?
Just name like
Being
three.
stubborn. Being stubborn. That's what I'm picking out right now.
Yeah, so I'm totally stubborn. I'm a Taurus. But when I'm done with you, I'm done with you.
Are you ticklish?
No.
Yes.
No, I am.
Are you? No, be honest. Are you ticklish?
Yeah.
All right, that'll get rid of the stubbornness easily. I was ticklish shit out of you. What do you say when you're done with you? Yeah. Well, when you mean that, like, do you have a 10 commandments there's certain things that people can come back from me.
Yes.
If they see their way, I gotta put myself in people's shoes. But there's certain offenses that's the kind of person you are.
So I don't really have if this happens and this is.
Oh, I got a code.
I don't have a code.
I have a commandment. There's certain things that people can't do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And ever come back from. That's not you changing, you being in someone else's shoes, seeing another. No, that's just you at your core.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm a little too strict with. You know what I mean? But I just feel like there's certain things people do or could do that that's them. You know what I mean? And that just means stay away from them. Not bad mouth. I'm not. Hey, I'm just. You know what I mean? Hey, from over here. You're not. You know. You're not. Hey.
I think it's more so I'm very loyal and I'm very dedicated. I'm a ride or die person, very reliable, all that good stuff. But if it goes to a certain point, I'm loyal, but I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
And if I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I can just close the door and continue on in a different direction because I have to.
Yeah.
For myself.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's a good quality, to be honest with you. As long as it's not a stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, stubborn's in there.
But you have to be stubborn. But I'm saying you evaluate the decision before you made it to that point.
Point.
Yes. Okay. What's your best quality?
Loyalty. I don't know. Listening.
You are a good listener, and you're a good listener because you do come up with solutions to or possible solutions, or not. You're not saying this is the way that you do it. You say this is what I would do, or this is what things you could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are good to talk to. I'll give you that.
Right.
So that's good quality. Yeah. All right. Let me see. What song gets you on the dance floor?
So I'm still stuck in the early 2000s.
I mean, that's a great area to be stuck.
Let's see.
That's why I shake most days.
Flow Rider, Low.
Low?
Yes.
Low.
Yeah.
All right.
It's with the fur, all that good stuff.
That's a great song. Great song. I mean, mine's Back That Ass Up. That comes on anywhere. It comes on at the Vatican. I'm dropping it.
There you go.
Yeah. What's something that costs nothing but is available to you? Time.
For sure.
Yeah. Because, how much would you pay right now, in your bank account to go? I don't know if you have any dead grandparents, but, my grandfathers were really big in my life. All four of my grandparents were. My grandfather spent a lot of time with me. To go have a half an hour conversation with them. What would I pay? I think I pay everything. I think I would dump my bank account out.
Yeah.
For that 1/2 hour, right?
Yeah.
But you don't realize that when you're sitting there that in 20 years, I'm going to dump every dollar that I had out for this time.
Now that they're gone.
Yeah. And I just thought of that when I just said that.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah. Damn. All right, we're going to clip that one, I think. All right. What advice do you have for female listeners on how to treat a man?
My advice to female listeners on how to treat a man is to really just show up for them and be their number one fan. They really just want and need someone, and to feel like an unwaveringly support in their life.
All right, and then the last question. What advice do you have for male listeners on how to treat a woman?
Treat her like you could lose her.
Okay.
That would be my advice.
Yeah.
Because you can't get her back once you lose her.
And I think this is the era in time where it's the easiest to lose a woman.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
What do you mean?
No era in time has ever been easier to lose a woman than it is right now.
I guess. Yeah.
There's so many options and so many ways to communicate with different people.
There is, yeah. And it goes both ways in relationships in general. But I think that when you lose someone, anyone, whether it's a grandparent or whatever, you realize how valuable and all the things you would have said, done, and do different. You shouldn't have to lose them to treat them that way.
Yes. Okay. Agree with you.
Yeah.
And with that concludes our 4th episode of the Tribeman podcast. Again, it's Tribeman, one word, Tribeman podcast. And you can find us on Spotify and YouTube. And I just want to thank our guest, Ashley, one more time.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for the estrogen. It's our first dose of estrogen on the podcast. And with that,
Winning.
see you next week. Thank you.